Welcome back to the Sound for More channel. Today I have the pleasure to introduce you to MIDI Fruze, another MIDI plugins from Alexey Nadzharov. Before I continue, I would like to remind my viewers to subscribe as it helps with growing the channel. Additionally, if you would like to participate in the giveaway, please do follow the instruction contained in the video description. Thank you again. So we are inside the AUM, as you can see. So today we are demonstrating MIDI Fruze, another MIDI plugin. There is actually now a bundle which is actually containing all the new MIDI plugins from Alex. I think it's called weirdly named MIDI plugins. Interesting name, of course, for the bundle. Anyway, so let me give you an introduction to this new MIDI plugin. So we are inside AUM. Let's click on the plus sign, create an audio channel and also a MIDI channel. Now let's go to the audio, and so the audio channel. So as a source, we are going to search for piano tech, like so. Now we have a piano selected. I know that using MIDI Fruze, sometimes you might want to play with velocity, scrubbing on scratching velocity, and that might go quite high, so I have decreased the overall volume to start with. So highly advisable. Now let's choose a MIDI processor to generate a node to help us with that. So let's choose MuseBud, a great plugin from Gem OK. Now, of course, you know that you can link the two, so you can go like so and link MuseBud directly into Pianotech, and the notes will be generated and sent to Pianotech, right when you click on the play of the transport control of AUM. Okay, so you know what that does. Let's double click here and let's create another MIDI node. And now let's choose MIDI Fruze. And it's very easy to search, and just search for FRU and it comes up straight away. Now you need to make some changes. So first of all, you need to get as a MIDI input or MIDI source in Pianotech, no MuseBud, but MIDI Fruze. Okay, and then you get as MIDI input into MIDI Fruze, you assign MuseBud. So the MIDI events generated here by MuseBud will go into MIDI Fruze, and then from MIDI Fruze they will go into Pianotech. Now let's open it up. This is what it looks like. So a little bit busy interface, but actually it is quite simple. Now let me click play and see what happens. Now, I just stopped here the transport control in AUM. You can see that it stopped actually recording. So it is actually, it has a buffer and it is recording the incoming MIDI. And if you go to the settings here, you can choose the recording, well, you can choose the size of the buffer, 10 seconds, 1 minute, 10 minutes. You can go to the manual as well if you like so. And of course, you can click pause and everything pause, right? Even when there are no notes here or controls to actually play with the notes will still be sent to actually Pianotech in this case, because you are through here. You can see it is on pause here, but we have through, so that is why the notes are still going to Pianotech. So let's disable that and let's click play. As you can see, you don't hear any more notes, and if I unclick the pause here, now you can see the MIDI events being recorded in the buffer. At the moment it is 10 seconds, we have 2 lanes. Okay, here you have some controls. You can clean this up for the top lane. You can do it also on the bottom lane like so. So you have different time of recording for both lanes. You can pause one like so. You can also mute it like so. You can copy from lane number 2 as well. On lane number 2 you can copy from lane number 1. And then this A here is for auto pause. So if you click and press, it will pause that lane, and when you let go, it will continue to scroll and continue to record MIDI events coming, in this case, from MuseBud into MIDI Fruze. Here you can toggle the recording between different lanes. You can also set it not to record if there is silence, but in this case you can see you can see now I stopped the transport control and now it stopped, but if I click play, of course there is incoming MIDI, so that's why it will continue to record, right? So so what can you do? Well, okay, so let's click here and this icon for play. Of course, you can disable the recording here and activate them on the record button here and down here as well. And you have controls which are standard for these MIDI plugins from Alex, so you can change the grid from times to bit. You can also sync or tempo that you establish here, which you can change here and tap it as well. And then you can change also the type of this division, including triplet as well, and you can snap the grid and object. Okay, so but here is the fun. So first of all, you can do scrub and scratch. Of course, with scratch you will repeat the notes even if notes are even if you change the position of the note. With scrub, it doesn't do that. So you can change by pitch and velocity. So let's try pitch first of all. So click here. So when the notes actually pass that vertical lines, it will actually play those notes or send them to a piano tech in this case. Now, if I use my fingers, I can click and then click at the bottom where it says hold, and I can hold that. Of course, I can still pause it, but you can see I put this on hold. So when this note passes this line, it will produce a sound, right? So unpause that. But what I can also do is create more than one, like so, again. Perfect, and I have two now. If I don't like them, press on hold and you remove them. Now, the beauty of this is also that if you don't want to work like this, you can click on hold here as well, right? And when you press, it will hold that. And that might be an easier way to actually do it. As you move up and down, you will scrub the pitch, so the pitch will change. So let's try. And of course, the beauty is that you have two lanes, one on the top, one on the bottom, so you can do the same on the bottom. And if you have the same melody, you can play at the melody at different position, and that can create, for example, delay type of effects, okay, or even harmonies in some cases. Now you can do also scrub by velocity. So you can have one lane with a high velocity and another one with a lower velocity. So you can create some interesting effect. You can also do freeze, which is nice. As you move it closer to the vertical line, it will repeat more frequently, so you change the rate of repetition for the note, which is great. And then up and down, you change the velocity. Okay, so it preserves the pitch. Hit will just hit the note. And then, as I mentioned, instead of just doing scrub, you can also do scratch on pitch and velocity. As you can hear, just remember the velocity can go quite up, so be careful on that. So how is it useful? Well, I think, for example, if you had, let's stop these. Let's say that you have something like polybud. Let's run these through MIDI Fruze, like so. And let's say that we create a simple melody or pattern like so. Okay, you can see it is alternating, right? So let's position one here, and let's say we do that by scrub. So one that. can create interesting effects, okay, that perhaps you can't with other tools without doing a lot more work. So this is actually quite simple to use. So it's quite nice in a way. I remember you can do more than one position where you can play. So you can do it also on the second lane as well. So you can also perhaps create some interesting type of a page or different type of pattern, so which can be really useful. Okay, I'm going to stop here. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial, and as always, see you next time. Bye.